right, I wanted to do a video on how to tie a bow because I think that's the question I get asked the most. So a simple bow, I call it just like a Martha Stewart bow. You want to give it about a 4 or 5 inch tail, and then maybe about a 3 inch first loop where you're holding it together at about 2 to 3 inches. Then you're going to loop over on the other side, keeping your fabric facing one direction. So we do that again. Looped it in half once, kind of pinch it there. Loop this side over to be pinched again with your hands on the bottom so you can twist. When you twist, it gives you just a single loop bow with a single loop on each side. So if you want to, that's all really you have to do. Cut it, take your wire where you've kept your fingers pinched, put your wire across, and tighten your wire. And then what that does is just gives you a nice simple bow, one on each side. And you see if it could be a little better. There you go, pull it to make it even. Okay. The next kind of bow would be a double of this. So that would be a single. So we'll do the same thing, kind of give yourself that much of a tail, 4 or 5 inches of a tail, pinch it at the top together so that you could hold it with your one finger you're holding it. Then over again, pinch, fold back. After I've got it pinched just exactly like that first bow, then I'm going to fold it back again. I'll show you that again. Fold it back again, pinch, come to this side, fold it back again, and pinching. So from the front, what I've got is 2 loops on each side. 2 loops here, 2 loops here. Honestly, the worst part about it is holding it in the center, pinching it with your fingers. So if you just want a double on each side, you can cut it there. Take your wire right where you've got it pinched. I just came through my fingers. Pull it up as tight as you can against the fabric and twist. So then when you get it facing this way, you can kind of manipulate it, especially if it's a wired ribbon on the edges. You can manipulate the way you want it to sit. So keep pulling and tugging and fixing until it's a pretty little bow. Now you can also do more and more.
Let's get on film.
Okay, sorry about that interruption. That was my mean kid. Okay, so we've got a 2 loop bow and a 4 loop bow that I showed you before. So now I'm going to show you a 6 loop bow. Same premise. Okay, so you have a little bit of a tail. A tail. Do your loop at the top and pinch it together between your 2 fingers and your thumb. It's the easiest way to hold it. So now you're coming on this side and making another loop the same size. Twist your fabric. Now come on out a little bit longer than this loop on this side. Twist your fabric. Come out on this side a little bit larger. So you're progressively building your bow bigger. Twist. Come for a 3rd loop on this side. So we have 1, 2, 3 loops on this side. 2 loops on this side. All right, so then I'm going to twist my fabric to keep the right side of the fabric up, and then come out for my 3rd loop here. And then it's so easy with this wired ribbon because it kind of stays where you put it. So now you're going to run your wire. I usually run it between my fingers over the fabric and then pull it as tight, pinch it as tight as you can. So then when you're done with the wired ribbon, you can kind of put everything where it needs to be by just moving your loops. You've already got your sizes of your loops, and you can manipulate it to look like a really nice bow. You can also, if you need a really big bow, you can take 2 of these 6s and put them together, and you would end up with something about like this, as far as a huge craft bow. But It just takes practice, just takes time and practice. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it.